Okay, this is the quick start guide for the BTECH 6X2. This is how the radio is going to come when you get it. I have a demo set up here so we can just show you how it works. The radio is going to power on. It's going to look like that, and it's going to just take a second. It is a digital radio. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is just how to switch the channels and how to get into the zones that you need to get into. So you're going to see a couple different zones. That's GMRS digital. The P1 button is going to bring you between the A or B channel. So you see we'll go to the lower channel B, it'll get bigger. And by pushing P1, by tapping, it'll go up. So let's go back over the zones. This is GMRS digital. That's NOAA. Whoop, we're already getting something in there. You're going to have a zone called ham repeaters, ham RPTs. This is all your local repeaters that will be programmed in. Right now, there's just some test repeaters in there. Again, this is a demo radio. GMRS repeaters. All your local GMRS repeaters will be there. Fire and police. If applicable, I do everything I can to get you some emergency services into this radio. It's not always possible, but we always try. Some people will get a lot of fire and police, and some people will not get any. This is your encrypted zone. We have 6 encrypted channels for you. We have 3 VHF and 3 UHF. To activate the encryption, you are going to hold this side button down. It's going to give you a digital encrypt. You can choose. I will probably put 2 digital encryptions in here. They are just different keys, so you can select. And now you'll see, once I go back, there is a little red mark there, right above the channel. That is going to indicate that it is encrypted. Both the radios need to be encrypted at the same time with the same encryption for that to work. Let's talk about the zones that are in here. This is GMRS digital. This is not for you to communicate voice on, but I think it's perfectly acceptable to send a text message over this. The GMRS channels allow for digital data to go through the air. Now, this is not certified a GMRS radio, so it is capable of doing it, but use at your own discretion. We are going to have all your regular GMRS and MIRS channels in this radio. This is for listening and transmitting. It is capable of transmitting at your own discretion. On the ham repeaters, the GMRS repeaters, and the fire and police zones, if you hold P1, it will scan all channels input into that zone, so you can listen without cycling through all the channels the whole time. Let's talk about text messages really quick. You're either going to want to send it on your encrypted zone, and that doesn't mean that the text messages are encrypted or these channels are encrypted all the time. It just means that is what I've named these 6 channels in your radio. To send a text message, you just hit menu, messages, and you can send a message. You can type whatever you want. I also have some quick messages in here, and you're going to send to contacts or to manual dial. Your radio will be labeled what its number is, but the contacts list is always going to have TAC, and that just means it sends it to all radios. Meaning if you bought 4 radios from me, TAC network will send the text message to everybody on that network. The quick texts are right here, and they're just basic messages just for sending quickly. There is no texting unless you are on a digital channel. That is what the GMRS digital is for. Again, GMRS network and those frequencies allow legally to send text messages over those frequencies. Let's talk about some of the buttons that are on here, how I have them set up. If you have a digital channel in your fire and police zone, so this is an example of that. See how it says digital? If the channel is digital, you will not be able to hear anything during scanning. These are not scanners, but I at least wanted to set up a way that you could listen. This side button is digital monitor, and you're going to tap it twice for double slot. That'll listen to both slots on that digital channel, and you can at least hear DMR emergency services. If you short press the P2 button, it will give you a battery voltage reading. If you hold the P2 button, it will change your transmit power level to middle, high, turbo, back to low. This top button on your radio, if you tap, will turn on the FM radio. I don't have anything in there right now, but you'll see I will go to FM. If you get out of that, same button, if you hold it, it will turn this into a Simplex repeater. So this radio, you'll see a little icon come up in that screen right under the BTECH logo. It's blue. That means this radio is now a Simplex repeater. I have another video that shows a little bit of these features working if you want to watch that. And then just to wrap this up, down changes your zone, and this knob changes what channel you are on in that zone. I've set the radio up to at least be as normal operating as possible and easy to use. That is the entire point of these pre-programmed radios. You can check these out at citizensurvivalplan.com. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.